Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be another darkest shade video. I am testing out the new Maybelline extended shades. I guess they just extended their shades to go, I think, darker and lighter. I think they introduced it like literally the last week of May, but it was super hard to get your hands on and I couldn't find it in Walmart stores, and I think I went on Twitter and they said that they would be available in June. Anyways, you guys let me know that they came out with new shades, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna test it out. I've heard a lot of really good things about this foundation, so I was excited when I saw that they went darker because I think the darkest one they had before was the 360, and that was just, it was way too light, so I didn't even try it. There was like no point in even trying it because it was just like nowhere near my shade. But anyways, so I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant right now because I am so frustrated at the lengths that I had to go to get my hands on this foundation. Especially for it being a drugstore foundation, and most drugstore makeup is found in a drugstore. It was really, really frustrating. I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know if it's on Walmart's end. I don't know if it's on the makeup company's end, but someone needs to get it together because it was really, really frustrating. It's really frustrating when certain makeup, the darker shades of certain makeup aren't available in all the stores. You can kind of tell which store is going to have it depending on the demographic, and it's really frustrating. I really don't think it should be like that, and that's something that really bothers me. I had to go to, I think, 4 or 5 different Walmarts to get my hands on this foundation, and that's really frustrating. I don't think it's fair to have all the other shades, but then cut it off at like the darkest few shades. The few darkest shades, you cut them off and you don't have them available in all stores. That's really frustrating. But anyways, rant's over. Yes, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I've heard a lot of really good things about this foundation, so I'm really excited to try it. I don't really go for the matte foundations because it's just not, I don't know, I have really dry skin, so I prefer the more luminous feel, but I'm really excited to try it. So let's see what it says it's about. It says it's ideal for normal to oily skin. It's gonna control shine and blur pores, and it's gonna leave a natural, seamless finish. All right, let's do this. Oh, I forgot to mention the shade that I have is the last shade that I saw in stores, which is 375 Java, and I think that's the last shade that they have on their website too. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out with a beauty blender. So it's definitely more of a light to medium coverage. Alright, so this is how it looks on. I'm gonna go ahead and do a few things for a few hours, run a few errands and all that good stuff, and I'll come back and I'll tell you guys what I liked and what I didn't like about this foundation. Alright, I'm back, guys. It's been about 5, almost 6 hours now, and yeah, so let's just talk about this foundation. So when I first put it on, I felt like it blended pretty decently. It was more of a light to medium coverage. I think it's supposed to be a medium coverage, so it was a little bit more light to medium coverage. It did build a little bit, so I don't think you can achieve full coverage with this foundation, but I never claimed to do that, so just keep that in mind. Also, I think it matched more my chest than the actual color of my face, which is something I go back and forth between, whether I want to just, if I'm just wearing foundation, I'll just match it to my chest. If I'm doing highlighting and contouring and all that good stuff, I'll match it to my face. So the only thing was, I think it was slightly lighter than the match to my chest. So let's say if you are slightly lighter than my chest area, I think it might match you pretty well. Since it was a little bit lighter, I feel like I'm getting a little bit of grayness, but not like anything that's like over the top or anything. As far as if you are darker than my chest area, you're more towards my face area, then I don't think this would be a good match for you, especially if you're even all over, like your face matches your chest and you're about the same color as my skin on my face, then I don't think this foundation goes dark enough for that. I would like it to go dark enough. I feel like besides the L'Oreal, the True Match and C10, I don't see any other drugstore foundations that go anywhere near. So as far as creasing, I was outside in the heat. This Texas heat is no joke. Like, it was hot. I was expecting to get a little bit more shinier than I did. I think it stayed pretty matte. So if you do have oily skin, I think it's definitely gonna help you with that. Let's see. Creasing, I got the normal amount of creasage. If you have dry skin, I did feel a hint of dryness. Like, for my skin tone, it's not a foundation that I would gravitate towards because my skin feels just a little bit dry. I know they have they do have the dewy finish. I don't know if the shade extended, the dewy finish extended their shades. I think this was the only one that was extended, but I'll double check and make sure if I'm wrong. So overall, this foundation, if you're trying to test it out for people of my skin tone, I think it's a good match. If you're a little bit lighter than my chest, I think they will have a shade for you. If you are not, I don't think they have a shade for us. At this point in time, I prefer matching my foundations to my face and then using highlight, like an under eye concealer, to brighten it and like manipulate it the way I want to. I think this foundation would be a good foundation for people with oily skin because I do think it stayed pretty matte all day. This Maybelline Fit Me, the Matte and Poreless, in the shade 375 Java. Thank you guys so much for recommending this to me. If you guys like this series on my channel, make sure you subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lots of love, and I'll see you guys next time.